home pick for EVOS once this is all said and done.
They want Kalea again, it seems, dude. They banned out the Gacha for a reason, right?
It's Rin, by the way.
Huh?
It's Rin.
Oh my lord.
It's Rin!
What do you... Wait,
Welcome,
the Ghani's goat! There's Ghani's goat!
That's Heis!
Dude, with the cap on, he's just unrecognizable.
He's so cool.
Because it's all about
Who?
the
Rin
color
or
here.
Heis?
Rin.
Okay. Yeah, that's true, Rashi.
That's why you're like, I saw him on the screen, and usually Miracle pipes up, right? I'm like, oh, he didn't realize. Hey, it's Rin.
Wow. Who's this? This is Yazuke.
Is that a tissue?
Yeah.
It is. All right.
Okay, next ban for Alter Ego though.
Fight.
Hilda.
Hilda. Oh.
I don't think EVOs
Okay.
were going for Hilda, but...
I feel like a Cho is on the table now.
For EVOs?
Yeah.
Or for Alter Ego? Because I think for EVOs it is Kalea. They ban out Gatot. See, that's why I don't like the fact that Alter Ego banned out Gatot and didn't pick up the CC. Sorry, the Kalea earlier. It's like, wow. I guess the Cho makes sense too, but now Alter Ego, they're gonna lose out in the early game even if they go Cho. Like mid lane, I mean.
The problem for Alter Ego, I feel, is that they want to have aggression here, right? To make sure that their fighting prowess is better. But they're gonna need a front line here because the CC, the Tsushin, the Yi Sun Shin, they're all very vulnerable and they can't really afford to kind of stay in the danger zone. They still go for the Granger though, so even more vulnerability. Which
This
means
can't be Cho then.
if
Do they
it's
go
Cho,
Grok?
it's so risky, man.
Yeah, Grok or Badang can work.
They can't go Minnow.
Hylos? Again?
I don't think you want to
Hylos again for Alec?
Yeah,
There you
it's
go,
the
Grok.
EVO's last pick against the Granger, against the Grok. I think something safe like a Claude could work here for them. These need
Natan?
something's... Oh, well, I think
Just-
they have enough magic.
That's a bit extra.
Yeah. Range would be valuable. I was...
Obsidia. I'm here.
No.
I just like her. 'cause she's
Not
cool.
against the CC, yeah. I think the Granger would have been the best choice, so good by Alter Ego to take that away. I think anything can really work as long as you pick an
Beatrix?
active... No. I don't think... Oh, but if you want a combo...
Kalea.
Yeah,
but
with
it's
the
very, very vulnerable, man. Like, the Grok, the Juicin, everybody wants to jump on you, and in the lane you don't win against the Granger either.
How about the carry then, which is kind of like somewhat the same but a bit safer?
If they want to play pure front to back, I guess it could work. But they go Luna. So yeah, okay, that I go. That's a safe choice.
Yeah.
But this means that you do not have a lot of sieging power. You need to just team fight.
They do have Yi.
That's zoning, but
Yeah.
taking the turret down, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, okay.
Take a while.
They're gonna just dive in, take them out, and then take the game.
I think it's a solid draft for EVOS. I think this looks
Agreed.
2-0-ish.
2-0?
Yeah.
I have to agree, man. The Uranus, the Kalea, that's already a lot of sustain. They have burst damage and they have DPS too. So even before talking about their strengths, they have so many more flexibility, technically over Alter Ego.
But, you know, I'm so Cordelwin, so
Codelwin.
I support Alter Ego in this game. Either or, don't know what the results are going to look like. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Both Mirko and Arashi thinks that it's going to look like a 2-0 for EVOS. Will it be finally their time to secure a win, to bring them up in the standings? Because, once again, this is a team that dearly needs it if they still want to make it to playoffs. Let's get head straight into game number 2.
Right, let's see how this one goes, man. The mid prio, Tushin against the Yve, Grok with great wave clear against the Kalea. I feel like it's gonna be a bit of an interesting situation, but EVOS definitely have a lot more spammability here in the beginning.
Yeah, you can see Randy already struggling on level 1, as you would expect for the Uranus, but later on it's gonna be really good. Albert, ooh, clearing it out. Lethal take though with the retribution for Yazuke.
All right. I see Randy a bit more comfortable in the matchup. He gets low, but he goes to a neutral jungle creep to try and get some more stacks in, heal it up. Almost with Games Max shows the agility, very, very important. Everyone wants to be around the map as much as possible. Tenacity for both Randy and Roundel, knowing that he's gonna be one of the main targets there, all the way to backline outputting that damage.
So, at this point in this particular game, we are seeing a kind of change in momentum and tempo with the choices of drafts, especially for the mid-prio. Alec going a little bit aggressive here, looking for the clear. Yazuke is also actually aiding in this effort.
Yeah, Yazuki is really dangerous here at these earlier levels. And technically, EVOS do have vulnerable members that can be picked off in an instant here. And with the clear, with the pressure from Yazuki, Altrigo have a bit of a window if they want to try and do something.
Already rotations here coming through from Alter Ego Yazuki. Maybe looking to pressure Randy just a bit. Waiting for the first neutral objective to spawn. Key doesn't go for it. Just set up for the first turtle.
Yep. Nino already level 4 first, but they're not actually... Wow, Erlan winning out against Arfi. The Lunox sustain coming in handy. Nino walking up again over Rendy. He gets away, pops in Consecration, big resource used up. Okay! Tsunami Sam locking him down here. Oh, and all in! That's so much burst! Where did that damage come from? RWM locking them in the back line as Albert jumps in with the puncture. Erlan, the active gold laner, walks up and goes in onto Alec. Look at the damage! Erlan picks it up. EVOS Turtle 1 plus 2 kills on the board.
Man, EVOS game number 1, game number 2. So even despite the potential that we saw from Alter Ego's drafts in the early phase of the game, EVOS still able to take control with Yazuki being the first person to fall in that engage.
And you're seeing how Key was able to get a killing spree towards the early game in the previous game, because like the Kalia damage is crazy and that healing is just so strong. And he gets out here still, that mobility. Such a flexible hero, that Kalia, and despite not seeing it in the past couple of matches, I mean, you're reminded of how good it is in the right hands.
Yeah.
Because it depends, right? I mean, if we're looking at like how the roamers really work right now, I feel like something like the Cho is a little bit more versatile with the patch updates. Kalea, though, requires that combo, and we are seeing that combo even from the first 3 minutes of the game, and that's where we're seeing the projection. Wow. Albert?
Yeah, way too aggressive there by Albert. A big misplay. A rare one at that as well. Just throwing punctures.
Huh.
Even the reward manipulation was used there, and no one was really in position to get punished, technically. So now Altrigo has a bit of a window. They're trying to encroach on the zone of EVOS. It's going to be Azuki stealing some camps away.
Okay, level 6. Albert also at level 6, so it's looking fairly equal. We did mention that EVOS will be looking for a lot more team fights. I feel like that setup wasn't perfect yet, right? Maybe it was like a call thing, or not really sure, but we're looking towards the next few minutes of the game, and I think that's when things are going to be very important, because that's when the next neutral objective will spawn.
Yeah, EVO still have a chance to go for more pickoffs with the Kalia. That's like the main advantage they have. Now in a big team fight though, they gotta be careful about the AoEs, right? If Alec can land a great tectonic charge there and land on multiple people, that could turn the fight around. So EVOS have to be a bit more careful with the positioning.
Uh-oh, it's gonna be all in on Nino. You have the vengeance, but the damage is too much to deal with, and a dive from Key! Nino stays alive, but Key climbs him down to the ground. Randy able to flick around, Tsunami Slam into the RWM. Yazuki capitalization, tectonic charge, cancels it, and will get them back a kill. Yazuki low round now! Flickers forward, gets thrown back into turret though. But it is a kill on the jungler as Albert rotates into the mid lane, and we'll be looking for this turtle. Randy doing work on Alex. Mid lane, Airline in the battle, 1v1 against RP, winning it out, but not baiting any of the battle spells.
Wow, forced errors from both ends there, but luckily enough, it was Yazuki that was the one taken down. But even so, EVOS aren't forcing the issue. They're not forcing on the neutral objective either. Full reset for both these teams.
Trying to get a better setup before they go for these neutral objectives, understanding the danger that's there. But Randy can be such an impressive frontliner here, tanking the damage and kind of zoning Alex completely away from the fight.
Yeah.
So annoying, what?
Alex done in this team fight. It's going to be very hard for him to participate. He needs to get a good tectonic charge. It's back up now, but Arfi is the one rotating first, so it's a man advantage for Alter Ego for now. Key gonna have to back away. Tectonic charge into a wall. Randy picked up, still is able to get away. The RWM blocks him down. Now Airline with a lot of damage. Yazuki still wins out the retreat battle. Nino taking low. Albert with a dash forward, getting the puncture around. That's one last shot for Yazuki. Now an all in. Good traceless away. Alter Ego are back in the game.
Great moves from Alter Ego, outplaying EVOS basically. Getting the retreat win and getting the team fight win as well. EVOS, despite having all this damage and all these counters at their disposal, are unable to find the right moment to really go for a proper fight.
Wait a second, that was the fastest game since Season 7. Game Fact by GoPay. I thought it was just this season, but since season 7?
Yeah.
Have we not seen...
Oh, round.
Wait.
Oh, gets away. He's got plot armor, man. Back to back.
So close. So close. What?
I feel like plot armor is working for both teams right now. Everyone's surviving on a sliver of HP. And to be fair, they're all playing like they're the main character, so why not, right? But EVOS, now at least, when the game is slow like this, they can expect Randy to just keep pushing, to just draw out so much focus. And let's be real here, Alter Ego are going to require at least 3 or even 4 members to take out the Uranus, but whoa!
Tsunami stand with the lockdown. Hijumi gonna be taken very low, taken out by Erlan. Still there, but Erlan has Brilliance, so you cannot re-engage on him. Randy, again, super annoying. Will zone Yazuke away. Yazuke, you don't want to take that, man.
Back up, bro, back up. You came to the wrong house, fool. Well, EVOS, they have the advantage with the pick-off here because of the burst damage. You saw that despite all of the defensive tools, they're still able to use the burst of that Lunox on Erlan and the long-range crowd control from Roundel as well to keep people in place. So I guess Alter Ego, if they're really relying on the tectonic charge only, they have more advantage when it comes down to the 5v5. Before that though, EVOS has full grasp on what they want to do. And you saw there, Randy just tanked up the curtain call like it's nothing.
Why did they use the curtain call so early though, right? I mean, the fight's gonna be coming up very soon.
Yeah.
You only get 2 turtles, by the way. That's how long they've been pacing around turtles.
They've been fighting, brawling left and right. That's a concealed play. Alec looking for something.
Okay, conceals as well. Nino with the chase with the yo-yos. But again, no curtain call. See, that would have been value. They would have been able to cut him down.
Look at the wave on the far side though. It's pushing for Alter Ego. EVOS, they gotta manage this or they gotta force something out here. They're at a disadvantage.
They still have a turret there, so should get rid of the wave. I think enough for the wave to build back. But
I don't think so.
it's too low. Randy, again caught. This time Nino will not use the curtain call. And I think Albert will be the one sent down below.
So it's still pushing in favor of Alter Ego here. EVOS have set
Whoa!
Albert. That's information. That's Alec.
Tectonic charge, Brilliance used up by Erlan. They're all split up. Randy picked up. RP going for the gun down. Mountain Shock coming down as well. Randy gets away in time. The RWM locks him down. Nino very low. Albert walking away as well. Look at the flank now as Key flickers out. Hijumi going to be targeted down with Thorn Rose as well. Albert! Phantom execution. Puncture all around. No Tectonic charge. Another Thorn Rose. Albert, whoa! Takes the dash. Puncture in!
What?
Albert! With a play. Gets the Thorn Rose. Outplays the entire Alter Ego.
That's got to be the play of the game right there. That should have been favorable for Alter Ego. They saw exactly where Albert was, bottom side of the map. It favored them. They were 5v4. Alter Ego should have been able to take that. But Albert, again, putting his team on his back, doing the impossible on the signature Lancelot.
Man, that was ridiculous. Oh, Randy. No flicker this time.
Yeah. This is the classic Uranus passive, you know? You're tanky, but you overestimate how tanky you are sometimes.
All right, let's talk about how that fight went for Alter Ego. With the man advantage, they tried to go for a play, but if you saw it, there was 2 members going for Erlan, and then there was the tectonic charge by Alec onto Key. So there were 2 different engages, and when you chase 2 rabbits, you get none. And that's exactly what happened to Alter Ego. They're trying to clear the Lord here, but EVOS can cut them off. Wait a minute.
Oh,
It's Rekt. MPL ID X streamer by Good Day. Looks like Rekt is doing a re-streaming on his live on YouTube right now. So if you guys
2-0.
Oh man.
For
He's
who?
gonna be a 2-0.
For EVOS, the
That's
only
true.
guy that can get 2-0.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
but I thought he was Alter Ego.
That's why that confused me.
But he
Prove
won
me
a world
wrong.
championship on
With
EVOS.
Well, okay.
He was benched on Alter Ego.
He has love for both teams.
I guess. That's the politically correct answer.
That's like every parent ever, man. Oh. Yeah. Oh. A very bad miscop for EVOS.
Yeah. Fortunately, no punishes from Alter Ego for them. There's gonna be a push from Yazuki on the far side. But so far, nothing really eventful happened from that Lord. Maybe it's because Randy got caught out right as the Lord did spawn, technically.
And it's also because they just have bad siege. It's tough. They need to look for a team fight in the end to actually get these big structures.
So what do they do? Do they have to bait Alter Ego in a team fight outside of the base?
Yeah.
Ideally, I think so. Aside from that, then maybe They have to get a really good pick in front of the base, and it's difficult because Alec is standing there with a crowd control immunity, and he has a tectonic charge to kind of counter any kind of big moves from EVOS.
Yeah. I guess that's a lot of pressure for Key then to kind of look for that opportunity, unless maybe Roundel look for something without setup.
That's Randy really scales well and then like zones the whole backline of Alter Ego in the base. That's a big if though. We'll see how this develops. Right now the control is all for EVOS. Again, because when there is no neutral objective, there is no guarantee where EVOS is. So Alter Ego have no idea where the kill party is. Key and Erlan. At this point, Key and Erlan alone are able to just nuke someone down because Erlan already has the Holy Crystal, rushed it right after the glowing one.
Okay, so he's going to hurt right now. But with only a 2,000 gold difference, especially with Arfi, we earlier saw the gold difference between both gold laners. There is a way to come back for Alter Ego, right?
Technically, Alter Ego have 2 marksmen, right? So they do have good scaling into the late game. They have the CC as well, which do as well with items. But they can't dictate momentum. They can't start off the fights and the pickoffs. So that's why they can't really move forward right here. And EVOS are going to get it.
They're going to blitz it with Erlan. This is why the Lunox get so much value. Randy running away. Still going to be cut down. Whoa! A shot down good flicker from Roundel. Out of the tectonic charge. Could have been real bad for EVOS. But they end up only losing Randy. Wow, and all in. And he finds Akin and Prio. Target Albert! Jumping in again! And look at the rest of the team going for the damage. Albert has torn. What? Misses it by a long shot.
Very uncharacteristic of Albert. Loses his life in the process of doing so. Wasn't even able to take Arfi down. Also Hijume. And that's a 1 for 2 in favor of Alter Ego. However, EVOS do still pick up that Lord.
That's why sometimes you just gotta tap it, man.
Yeah, I mean, that went sideways, like quite literally for Albert, unfortunately. But the Lord is going to be untouched. EVOS will have a chance to use this and get at least all the turrets on the outside of the base, at least here. If possible, they should get the one on the bottom.
Oh my, Erlan! Almost picking up a solo on Hijume. No Crimson Beacon.
He has Divine Glaive too, right?
Wasn't ready for that, dude. That's a ton of damage. Yeah, with the Divine Glaive, even tanks are going to feel it. The Lord is pushing in right now, and EVOS are not escorting it though. So they have their eyes set on the mid lane, cutting off the rotation paths for Alter Ego just a bit longer, but they're not really managing these waves all that well.
Slow push. Nino taken to half HP. The poke coming down. The Lord will charge in. It's a base turret up top taken. I mean, just like not even low. It's not even half. It's just the charge.
I'm a little concerned now for EVOS.
Yeah.
Like with the problem with their composition about them having a lack of siege, and now that they're unable to create like that big, huge moment, and they're pushing it really slowly. Look at that gold lead. It's shrunken. 700 only. Alter Ego, they're catching up. And you mentioned the 2 MMs on the other side.
If those MMs do scale up, look at the gold benefits, man, from that Lord. It's actually negative for EVOS. They did not use it all that well, like you mentioned, Etuna. So right now, Randy is to respect it. The marksmen are scaling from Alter Ego. If that happens, then EVOS have to make the big play and catch one of those marksmen immediately. And if they don't, there should be a winning fight for Alter Ego, even if right now their base is looking under attack.
That's why, but how do they do that? Because even if they go for like a proper engage, right? I mean, there's like counter-engage potential from Alec, there's counter-engage potential from Hijume too.
I think he has to find the right target for the Tsunami Slam, technically. And the rest of the team have to kind of spread out enough. So ideally the fight happens in the center of the map without a lot of walls available. And Erlan and Roundel, right, stay apart from each other. Because if they get caught together, that will be the worst case scenario for EVOS.
He's gonna fight better. They gotta be better. Barrier plays down. Randy pops in Consecration. Purple buff. Oh, Randy flickers out. Big resource burnt out. Alter Ego now have that info. Hijume walks up to open up the map. Yazuke on the other side of the map as well, though. Oh, BOD. Conceal. He's looking for it. Alec will be the one caught, but he has... Oh, the barrier doesn't really land. Randy, no flicker, though. Pulled back again. Mount a shocker. That's going to be the burst out with the RBM. Used up already. Big play. Big moves by Alter Ego. They're going to hold on to the Lord, but the wave in the bottom lane, sorry, top lane, is pushing in, and Izuke will have to deal with it. 30 seconds on Randy.
Basically, poor setup coming in from EVOS there. The wave on the bottom side is still 50-50. Could push for either team. That might just be the decider. But without the main frontline Randy, Key cannot be the main damage receiver, and Altrigo make their move.
Dino walking up against Key. They can't really burst it down though. Albert's looking for the play already, but Yazuki's already there. Now it's his tectonic charge. Good Thorn rolls away. The Mountain Shocker lands on Roundo. EVOS want to look for the re-engage, but unfortunately, hold up, Albert. No, they cannot. Great disengage by Alter Ego.
We were talking about Alter Ego and their late game decisions. Them not having control whatsoever in the early game and them slowly finding their comeback. This is smelling like something bad for EVOS, guys.
It's the adjustment. Alter Ego for the last, what, like 5-7 minutes?
Yeah.
Have not fell to the Tsunami Slam combo from Key. And EVOS are playing it so straightforwardly that there hasn't been a lot of variation. They gotta be a bit more creative here and find ways to get there. Either a concealed play, some kind of flank. Because you saw what happened in that fight. Whenever Key was even in the area, Alec was immediately in his face with that immunity, and they couldn't do anything.
But it feels like they are trying, no, to look for that.
Yeah, they are just really, really tough.
Exactly.
But at least for EVOS, they have really good wave clear. All they need to do is
Alec.
be careful of Alec. Rendy picked up again. This time has Flicker though. Will he use it? Oh, Tectonic Charge in the back line already landing on Rendy. The RWM makes him low. Alec almost taken out. Good clear on the Lord. Minimal usage for Alter Ego thus far.
Yep, not gonna be able to push. Oh, I guess they get the mid lane, so there is something of value that Alter Ego are able to take alongside with Rendy's life. And I think they should be able to push the top, depending on how things go here between Nino and Albert. But EVOS, they're looking to defend it, not letting it go.
Really damage, Albert! Now jumps onto Hijime. They want to make him a play. Thorn Roll taking him low. Erlan with the dive! And he gets it with a blinker. They pushed a bit too far. And EVOS reap all the benefits.
I was about to say, Altrigo are doing well right now, but they have to remember they were the ones on the back foot. And they have to understand the burst potential available to EVOS, even with a man deficit. And they did not respect it, dude. Nino, building for damage, walked up to Albert, and he absolutely paid the price. EVOS now pushing, trying to get a base turrets.
Oh, Tsunami Slam this time and lands, and Erlan's right there for the taken. Tectonic Charge forces him out. The Immortality gonna be popped. Hijume looking for the defense here. Alec taken down by Albert. Thorn Rose landing on Hijume. Rendy not picked up. They will defend Alter Ego. They won't even lose a base turret.
But they burned the Immortal from Alec there.
No, yeah, but Next Lord is evolved.
There was a good move by EVOS to at least force something on Alter Ego. The whiff did get cleared, but yes, no Alec for a good 10 seconds after the Lord has spawned. This is the window. It is the window for EVOS, and they're setting it up. They've sent Rendy on the far side, even though Alter Ego are trying to get there in time, but the wave is too far up the lane. They can't really clear it safely. This is the moment for EVOS.
Yeah,
they have to burst.
No way.
Yeah, this is free.
No
Mizuki's
way.
nowhere to be seen. Erlan can burst it down with the ultimate.
Rendy zoning.
Boom, 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 boom.
This is where it gets super scary for Alter Ego. They've been able to withstand the last few Lords, but that wasn't evolved. Now EVOS can just dive in. They have the damage reduction with the evolved Lord.
Yep, exactly. 2,200 gold lead now for EVOS. The evolved Lord on the way. The damage is racking up, but I'm still concerned about these team fights. What do you think, Arash?
Again, how can EVOS threaten the backline? I feel like, you know, as it should be, the guy, Albert, the main character, is the one that has to step up here. If he can zone Yazuki, delete Nino, you know, poke Arfi, all these things that he can do on this assassin, that's the win condition for EVOS.
Can they do it? Can Albert find that moment once again?
I don't think they're aware that Arfi has Winter Crown. That could be the outplay potential here.
Alec.
Rendy walking up. Alec in the back line, looking for the barrier. Erlan gets away with a brilliance. Ronald locked down, has the RWM still. They're going to go for it now. Tsunami Slam not landing as the Traceless was able to get the CC immunity down. Erlan shut down. And now it's Kyu balls. 1 by 1. Alter Ego defend again despite the Evolved Lord, but they lose some crucial turrets. It's a far lane away from the next Lord.
See, that's exactly what I was worried about. The team fight. When everything collapses, when things go into a 5v5 situation, if EVOs aren't able to pick off somebody before the team fight happens, it feels like it's a hard plays a hard situation because they don't have many tools to work with. They're only relying on Key. They're only relying on, you know, the real-world manipulation, slows coming through from Roundel. It has to be something dynamic before that 45.
Good Thorn Rose by Albert. He's going to be stuck there. Buys immortality in time, but can he get away? Thorn Rose again, Albert! And Roundel taps it in time. RP gets away. He doesn't tap it in time. I cannot believe it.
What a catastrophe. Again and again, Alex walking up, setting on the wall, and Tectonic charging, the most telegraphed engage of all time. And EVOS has fallen for it like a good 4 to 5 times.
Yep.
This has to stop, dude. And the fact that RP got out there, that is catastrophic, dude. Roundel, all he had to do was spam out those balls at the right time, but he seemed, I don't know, he was saving them somehow. That was a great response, but Yazuki won't be up for 10 seconds. Again, there is a Lord angle for Evo somehow.
Again.
Oh, Albert. Oh, Hijime knows it, Nino as well. But he gets away. Key now looking for the play. Goes in. That's going to be the, all in onto Alec. Oh, Tectonic charge. Gets him away. Big ultimates used. Erlan with the brilliance. No flicker, though. Hijume's on it. Picks him up. And it will be the kill to RP. Roundel, can he time it right? He does. Hijume stays alive, though. And Alter Ego, despite all of Evo's attempts, stays alive.
This is getting so 50-50. This could swing in either direction. It really depends on the result of these team fights. RV is racking on the stacks, okay? He's at 622 now. EVOS has got to start respecting that damage.
Uh-oh, current call already used up. Key doing the same thing now, jumping around. Albert can still look for the play. The Lord's doing a lot of damage to the rest of the team already as Roundel is going to be caught in a tough spot. Key locked up, taken down. RB with the stacks now. Roundel next to the charming block, still able to survive for a bit as Hijome dives into the back line. Phantom execution canceled away as Albert goes in again. Looks for the Thorn Rose, able to find it, but now again, it'll be the pickup. Winner crown. Can Albert get away? No, he cannot. Thorn Rose, Rose gold! Albert finally falling. A big shutdown to Hijome.
4 members from the White Tigers who have led up until this point have been taken down. But again, it feels like the gods are favoring the White Tigers as the waves are still pushing in favor of EVOS. Alter Ego will be forced to clear. They should be able to get this Lord. And it's back to a 50-50. Can Alter Ego prolong this? Wait 35 seconds for Albert to come back in the game for a proper defense.
I think they've won. There's only 2 members left alive right now.
They can clear this.
They can. Oh, wait a second. I don't think Yeah, again, I thought EVOS were going to make a blunder there by clearing it out, but I don't think Alter Ego made the smart move there. They cleared it out, so the Lord spawned in bot instantly, and it's going to get frozen by EVO, so they'll actually have a chance.
Brock can put the wall down, right? To prolong?
Yeah. But they're scattering all over the place instead of playing with the Lord in the middle or in the bottom lane.
There's a clear angle. It's going to be a final 5v5. Erlan is the one that has to step up this time.
Yeah.
He's been caught and stopped multiple times in the previous fights. He's got to get something of value in the final possibly team fight. As Key's threatening.
Tap HP. They got to remember the damage reduction. They need to clear it out. Ronald's not poking it. Randy's going to pull it into the mid lane. Erlan going to be poked out by RP with the Death Sonata. Slowly but surely, they will be taking it away. Now it's an all-in. Tectonic charge landing in the back line. Erlan diving in as well, but it's going to win a crown by RP. Still, Erlan doing a lot of damage. Still pops in with a crown. Buys immortality in time as Key walks up again. Erlan going to be knocked up. Still able to fish out the damage. Alex taken low. Roundel alive. Albert with the damage again. Key looking for the play. And how have both teams survived and evolved? Lord!
No way. I mean, I gotta say, Rado played that so well as well. So real-world manipulation right before he got taken down. Wasn't able to be taken down in the very end. Good clear as well. The timings from EVOS in that defense were perfect.
Like right now, Erlan is just hesitating way too much. He's been fighting in these past fights. Again, he has a short range and he's vulnerable, but he needs to find his confidence, man, because he is not outputting nearly enough damage at this stage in the game. RP and Yazuki are severely outdoing him, and now the foot is on the other shoe. The base turret on the far side is down for EVOS, but not for Alter Ego. Now that the Lord available, this is where the Tsunami Slam pickoff is valuable for EVOS, but Randy is the one walking into danger.
Concentration, Hijime walks up, throws him back. That's gonna be Key jumping in as well, but he's gonna be stunned out. Has a Tsunami Slam, but it only lands on the ground with CC immunity. And now Key's walled away. Tectonic charge! lands on 5, but there's no follow-up. Everybody was kiting away, and it ends up being even. No one dying.
We're looking. Oh my god, Arashi. We're looking at pixel differences now for both these teams in these particular team fights. Break that down.
A 5-man tectonics.
That was
and there was
crazy.
still no casualties. EVOS though now. They have to deal with the waves. They're sending Erlan. They have the poke advantage from Roundel, but he's been pressured again and again because he's the only real threat here when it comes to backline for EVOS. Altrigo are treating Erlan as if he's an assassin, and it's really working. He's been denied the dive-in with the Chaos Order multiple times. But Altrigo taking a bit too long here. They want to take their time and make use of that wave.
What a stalemate, man. EVOS have control of the Lord because they can actually burst it down. Well, better than Alter Ego. Alter Ego will have to just play the far lane. So it's actually good for Alter Ego at this point, obviously.
Yeah.
But they can't threaten the instant Lord take. They're actually very slow with the take.
Red Nino and Arfi both doing a healthy amount of DPS, but EVOS have Randy, right? So they can kind of scout in a safer manner. Also, we go see Erlan though.
Yeah, but they can't burst it.
There's a
Look.
trap here set up by EVOS. They want to use Key and Erlan for some kind of pickoff, but Altrigo have information of their own here.
Randy's walking up, Key. Looks for the play. It was good, but now they finally send Albert to deal with the wave in the bottom lane, knowing that it's kind of tough for Erlan to be walking all the way.
So they have information now about Albert's whereabouts. Last
They
time
can't burst.
they utilized that in their favor, but it
Look at
didn't
that.
work out according to the plan either. So Albert's walking back. The wave's been cleared.
The Lord Dance is different now. You have to remember that. It's very tough to Lord Dance because you're going to get chunked. So it's bad for Alter Ego because there's no one on their team that can really, you know, keep on taking that damage. They have proper sustain. Uh-oh. In the back line.
Oh, Alex.
Lands Roundel's gonna be caught again by the Eastern Shin. Just like, oh, Randy flickers to the wall. No composure, but
Wait.
take a look at Erlan. He's got a ridiculous position to flank Alter Ego. Elbow with the puncture, Phantom Execution, buys Immortality.
Oh my God, he's
Erlan's
going
the
for
base
it.
already. Erlan's gonna be looking for the end right now as the Uranus stops to recall. Only the Grog able to recall Erlan. Take a look at Erlan. Oh no, he's made a big mistake.
What?
He took in the shots at the turret, Erlan! What was that? Randy looking for the play, but he will not be able to find it. And now he gets caught with a Mountain Shocker. Doesn't have the consecration. It all crumbles down for EVOS. A lack of composure.
That's 2 members from EVOS at 60 plus seconds. 3
done.
members down. It's over for Alter Ego. Erlan, what were you thinking?
He wanted to tank the turret so the minions can stay alive longer, but it was a massive mistake. It is over.
It is GG. We're seeing a game 3.